Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Fika for Life! Yay, yay, yay!
Oh, I didn't add the yay part.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I don't know. Who are you? I'm an old man. I don't know who I am anymore. And I can't read the label on the back of my dress. I mean, shirt.
You always run around dresses.
I don't know what I'm supposed to wear either. I'm really confused. My name is Edward Thomas, and my co-host is...
It's Linhs.
Hello. Hey, Lynn.
Hi.
We haven't seen each other for a long time now.
Well,
and we just saw each other. No, we just saw each other like 5 minutes ago down. We were praying. Downstairs, we were praying. You know.
But don't you close your eyes when you're praying?
No, I like to look and see what happens. You never know who's got a knife. Could be a Judas in the group comes with a knife, and they're just like, while you're praying, there's like stab in the back.
Okay, is that where people get their ideas from?
You just never know. Sometimes I hear the shower turning on from Psycho, the movie. Like, there's a backstabber in here.
And why would he find you? What's so special with you?
I have a big fat back. It's really easy to hit. If you want a backstabber, you come to someone like me, so you know you can't miss. It's like...
What are the tiles in your bathroom? Maybe if it's black and black, it's harder to hit. If it's white, then the contrast is better.
Oh my God. I can't believe she said that. Oh my gosh.
Politically so incorrect.
Lynn she's been so incorrect since she got pregnant. I don't know what that new baby's doing to you, but I don't know.
It's another boy, so they're sucking.
Oh, obviously.
They're sucking my nutrition.
Exactly. It's making you unwoke again. So
Unwoke.
You went from unwoke to woke, back to unwoke.
So we wanted to talk with you guys about, or
a very embarrassing topic.
It's not embarrassing. It's like we try to not let our heads explode.
So we're going to talk about how great we are at work because I mean, Lynn and I. You guys have probably noticed that Lynn and I are really good friends, and that we can talk a lot. At least Lynn does. I'm the quiet, introverted one.
Between us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Lynn is the one that's always talking.
It's like, this is a shade of red, and this is a slightly lesser red. It goes mine to purple.
Yeah, it's just, it's
almost the same.
It's almost, yeah. No, but we're discussing how we impact the people who we work with.
Yeah.
And so you were saying today that your boss
we had this utvecklingssamtal. No, she doesn't. She's
got a little Lynn doll.
No.
She's got a Lynn bobblehead. We should make Lynn bobbleheads. We should sell them. If you would like to order, if you'd like to really support us,
some merch.
We have things that we're selling. This week we're selling Lynn bobbleheads. They're not that expensive. They only cost like, $25. For a gift of $25, mm-hmm. Every single month, we'll give you a Lynn bobblehead.
And maybe we can make it also sound with my laugh. But what's is it called evaluation when you have utvecklingssamtal? Yeah. So we had that today, my boss and me, and we talked about my performance in work. But it's hard to tell because I haven't been working so much last year. Because
really
I was studying.
She wants to evaluate your work, but you haven't been working.
I haven't been working that much. I have been working, but not that much. And I want to tell you, I mean, she says that just with my presence, not even me performing, just with my presence, I'm already lifting the spirit of the group just by me being there.
It's like, Lynn, I'm really happy you're working here because, your presence.
You don't perform, but...
Just your presence. I mean, we know you don't work that much, but just having your presence is enough. We just want you to come in and just feel your presence. That's enough for us.
No. She would never say that. I mean, she's a really nice lady. But the funny thing is she said like that her and me, we are very similar because she's also like more extrovert and like bubbly and talking. And okay. But she's a team leader. So obviously she's not... She doesn't make bubbly. Yeah, she's not in the same context as me.
She's not in the same category. She's not
a
not
boss.
At your level.
She's a boss.
She's a boss, so she can't be.
Nah, exactly. She can't be as much that I am. But she says that. I mean, the only thing that always comes up in this sessions guess what's the thing that always comes up that is like, because you
I really like working with Lynn. She's so positive.
no
Oh,
like because as a person, like boss, they always give you something like the positive stuff, and then always something where you should improve or
so
whatever.
she thinks you should talk more because you already talk a lot.
No, it's always like I have to think about other people's ability to work when I talk, or Arbeitsruhe.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. And she's like, but don't like take it that I want you to be like silent, to fall the opposite category, because she said it's so much better that I talk than I don't talk.
Wow.
So
she just like gave you a license to like talk all the time.
No.
Yes, she did. She said,
No,
it's better for you to talk than not talk. Therefore, if you're at
it's
work,
better for you to
talk.
get married than not married if you can keep it in.
It's better for you to have a baby than not have a baby.
What?
No, I'm just trying to hang.
That's a different thing.
Okay, it's better for you to be a steak than to eat a steak.
No, what? You're confused.
I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Yeah, so that was fun to hear that they appreciate me being there. I mean, I got only 3 stars, which means like I work as expected. I used to be like I work over expectation, but I mean, she said
You become a slacker. That's why you don't work so much now, because you're a slacker.
Yeah, because I study and I have kids and dude.
Lynn, you have to be more dedicated, okay?
I'm not a full-time employee.
I want you to do more for the company, Lynn.
I'm 8 months pregnant. I still come in
Lynn,
and work. And I study full-time.
Lynn, you're making excuses. Stop making excuses.
Oh, wow.
We want you to come in. We want you to talk. We want you to get back to your 5 stars, 3 stars. I mean, it's okay, but we're really expecting 5-star Lynn to show up.
They said 5 stars are really rare. Like, almost no one gets it. Because we're in Sweden.
Have you ever been in a 5-star?
No, I have 4 stars. I had 4 stars before. When
I'm a 5.
At my job, they are open with you cannot get 5. There's no way you can get 5 because then you're not supposed to be here.
But wouldn't that make you like that would open the door to my competitive spirit that says I'm gonna get a 5. I'm gonna prove.
Good luck with that, because that talk.
I'm gonna be a 4.
Really?
I'm gonna be a 5.
Oh man, then you will not have fun at work at all.
Sure I will. Come in, I produce and be happy. I'll be like, hey everyone, I'm really glad that you're here. Let's get back to work now. We've talked already for 5 seconds. work.
Really? People will not like it.
Yeah.
No one will
Super
like it.
fake.
Because people will be so stressed out by your ambition. They're like, hey dude, you make everyone else look bad.
That's right. Because I go to get 5, you're only going to get 3.
Wow, that's so American.
I know.
It's not a Swedish thing to do.
I know. It's very American. I've got to compete. I have to be better than everyone else. I have a chance to be the best. I know. Too bad it doesn't work like that in the Church of Sweden.
No. So that was my work.
And
I think people, she said that I am one of the favorites.
Really?
Like the others, like me. She can't tell me that I'm her favorite. That is not correct.
Well, on these conversations, they have so how many points would you give Lynn? What about Mary? Nah, man, I mean Lynn's about 3, but Mary, she's about 1.25.
No, the 3 thing was more about performance, like the actual work tasks you're doing. So I do then according to expectation. So they expect one thing, and I do exactly
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't excel in
I
them.
just don't understand that.
But it's like
And then what do they use for figuring out how everyone likes you? Is that another skill?
Yeah, but they talk, and everyone has this evaluation. Then you always get a chance to talk about your issues, the things that maybe make you want to come to work, and the things that make you want not to come to work. And then maybe my name falls there. So then
people were saying it's. I just wish Lynn worked more, because she works so little. So we don't really. When she's here, her presence is such a blessing.
Some people actually tell me that.
No.
When are you leave? People in the end, when I wasn't working as much anymore because I worked most of April.
Right.
people like, so when are you going to leave? Like they would ask me every week, so when are you going to leave? Like, oh, like
Wow. See,
It would be like,
my brain would
really-
interpret that, how you want to get rid of me.
No. It's not about that. And they're like, oh, will you? When will you come back? Will you come back? And blah blah.
Wow.
Like, and I'm like, no, you cute.
I wonder how it would work if you and I were both working in the same parish in the Church of Sweden. I wonder, would that be fun, or would that just be like too much of a good thing?
What would it be fun, or would it be too much of a good thing? Someone's fixing the roof.
What the heck? I just
And it's
looked
a-
right past the window.
Yeah, but that's. I mean,
It's a ghost.
dude, there are no ghosts in church.
In this church, they are. They all come here for the service
What service?
because it's so dead. No,
Oh,
that was a
wow.
joke. I'm not serious. It's
okay,
just a
tell
funny
me
joke.
about your job. Do people like you? Do people don't like you?
Well, at the current parish that I'm working at, they seem to really, really, really like me.
Because I like black people.
I'm the only black person at work.
Yeah, that's.
They can't. We don't know if they like black people. I'm just the only one there. They could hate black people. Like, okay, well, as long as it's not two. Okay, one is okay. But if it was like two, I think we'd have to like burn a cross or something. You know? So I don't know. You know, I just assume they like me because no one's like.
Complain to you.
Well, they haven't taken a rope and tried to lynch me. So
Okay.
I just assume that, you know.
Is that your standard
That's
of
my
people
standard.
liking you or not?
When I go to a new parish and they take the rope out, they're like, you know, we haven't used this in a while, but we
I think it still works.
you know, I'm like, oh, I think I just quit. Bye. Just move on. No, but they're always. So this is the first job I've ever had in the Church of Sweden where people didn't complain about me being happy. So normally they're like the last parish I worked at, my boss called me and she's like, oh, I want to talk to you. Yeah, you know, I mean, I just want to let you know how some people are reacting to you and everything. Do you like your job? Love my job. Really like what I'm doing. She's like, okay, well, some people feel you're a little too happy.
How are you too happy?
And that's a problem. Like, because they don't normally speak to each other. And so I'd come in and
You would speak to
and
each
I
other.
go from door to, you know, room to room. And I say, hey.
Mingle.
Hey, how are you doing? Hey, you know, I just want to know, I just came in. Is there anything you need me to do? Anything, blah, blah, blah. You know, positive small talk. I want to be positive at work. And all these grumpy people are always like, you know, what is wrong with him? Why does he go around like that all the time? Why is he always like, so, hey, happy.
Okay.
So, and they're always saying, you know, life is not happy clappy all the time. I'm like,
I know that.
I guess not when you drink vinegar for breakfast. Well, whatever. But here where I'm at the parish I'm at now,
They appreciate, baby.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you know, we really appreciate that you're always so happy. They're like, it really does make a difference. They say since you've gotten here, you know, it's the stämning, the atmosphere has
Yeah.
just been like really
That's what I say in
positive
my
and
work
good and stuff
too.
like that. And so I was talking to my colleagues yesterday, and they were telling me about some of the problems. Like the people were like being mobbed at my job. I was like, no, not that person. that person's like so nice.
Like too nice.
And I'm like, they're like, yeah, but everyone's nice to you because you're nice to everyone else.
Yeah.
They're like, when you come in, it's like no one wants to be mean because you're just like, blah, 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 you know.
There's
And so
no room for me.
I said, okay, so like, what should be my role at work then? Do I need to start being mean to people? They're like, no. Your job, just show up.
Just be there.
Show up and just be happy. That means so much. That's like, it's a game changer. I'm like,
Wow. Look at how much impact we
I know.
do at our work.
And I actually make voodoo dolls of the people I work with.
No.
And burn
you
them in
just
the fire.
destroy it again,
I know.
dude.
I can't help it. I just, in my mind, I was thinking like, everyone thinks I'm happy at work. What would be really funny would be the opposite, because it would be so ironic. And the opposite, I was like, yeah, I could make like voodoo dolls. And
Oh my
people burn them.
gosh, Edward.
That's just my mind. It's just,
Yeah, it's
it
good that
works
you
that
don't.
way.
It's good that you don't share every thought you're having. Because
when I preach on Sunday, you know, for some of you who I've made voodoo dolls of, I just want to say, you know, it's not really fun.
wow,
No, but I actually really, like, I've worked in a parish before where I would have like pain in my stomach before going to work. I
sounded
cried I went to work several times and cried the whole 8 hours. Like I couldn't stop crying
Wow, dude.
because I hated my job so much, and I hated where I was at, and the boss that I had then was like really bad. And
Was it in?
Yeah, it's at that place.
Not a good place to be.
No.
Don't go there.
And so, and now, like in the last 2 parishes, I mean, even though people at the last parish that I worked at complained that I was so happy, and especially in the beginning. In the beginning, everyone was just like,
What's wrong with him?
And then my boss told me, she goes, but you know, you've won some people over. She goes, there are a lot more people now that are more positive towards you, and actually are sad that you're going to be leaving us than it was in the beginning. In the beginning, people was waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, like when is he going?
It's like, oh my gosh, who is this guy?
But I mean, those people, I always feel like some people that have bad self-confidence, and they would like take it personally. But I think for me, if I would meet that situation that you were in, I would just think like they have problems. It's not me who's the problem. They have problems. Which is true.
But I feel like I want to blend in at the workplace. So if everyone else is bitter, I think I have to go around and be bitter.
I also want to be depressed.
I want to make sure because it's that American thing. So if they're bitter, I want to be the most bitter.
The most bitter one.
If they're happy, I want to be the most happy.
But no one is happy, so
if they're slackers,
you're doing it wrong.
I know. Sometimes I'm inconsistent with my own morals, but no. But it was but it was a good place because I really liked working with my boss because she was really positive.
Everyone
she was
else
really
was
encouraging.
depressed.
No, I mean, we're like a little clique of people who I really liked working with.
Yeah.
Who are like really positive and stuff, and then now where I'm at now, I feel like I have no conflict with anyone.
That's how it's supposed to be.
There's no one I don't like. There's no one who's like nagging me or give me the BB. You know.
Exactly.
If you want to know what BB is, it's something we won't say on the air, but it's a very popular thing to say in Sweden, and it has to do with the word blick. And you know what the B word is before that.
Yeah.
So if you don't speak Swedish, you don't know what it is. You don't need to know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's nothing positive.
No. But anyway, yeah. So and what I've noticed is like so we have this cafe with the older people. Mostly
that's cute.
Widows. Most of them are widows. So like these are the survivors who survived their husbands. And they all live alone. But they come to the church for the
Company,
3 days a week.
fellowship.
We have a camp. Yeah, so they come for the
really
cafe.
Nice.
And so they are and so they were it's really funny because I sit in this group of older women. Oh my gosh. 2 hours of just down and out laughter. They're so funny. And they talk about everything. Mm-hmm. And I mean so one lady this week, she was talking about how she's like, yeah, well, when my mom met my dad, he was married to someone else. she was just like telling these things. But her story of her life, it was like a soap opera, but better because it was real. And she was like giving it, the details. And the rest of us were like dying and laughing or whatever. And
because she was willing, or she was so generous to share it.
Yeah, but she was sharing it. She's like
in a fun way.
But she's like, but I really like my family, and we're all just like laughing. She's just telling her story. Or someone came in and they got their hair done, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, your hair looks really nice." Why'd you get your hair done? Huh?
Yeah, exactly. You got a boyfriend.
And it's just really funny to hear these people are like in their late 70s and 80s and stuff, and they're just
they have
a
joy.
riot.
Yeah, they're
just
joy.
a riot. Oh my gosh! I'm like, when I get old,
I want to be those ladies.
I want to be just like them. I want to be filled with laughter and fun, and still like one of them. She's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna get on the car and drive. Like she's gonna drive 800 kilometers over the weekend to visit her son.
Whew.
I'm like, yeah.
That son better come visit her more often.
I know. I'm just telling you, you're a bad son. Okay, you live in Sweden. You're a bad son. No, but it's really nice to be at a place where people appreciate you for being you. Like it's not because I'm fake. It's not because I'm doing anything abnormal or unnatural. I'm just being myself.
Yeah, and they appreciate you for that.
Yeah, and it's nice to be appreciated.
And you don't have to fit or change yourself or be in a mold, fit into a mold.
No, exactly.
Be as depressed as everyone
and I'm
else.
wondering, how many of the people who are listening to our podcast, I wonder how is their work situation.
Yeah, what kind of impact are you making impact, and what kind of impact? I mean, we could also have, maybe you are one of them who are the depressed ones or the bitter ones.
You might, yeah, really.
To drag people down.
And you're probably listening to our podcast. He's talking about us, you know. Yes, I am. No, no, but I think that, like, for the people listening to our podcast, I think that, like, you can choose what kind of an impact you want to have at work.
But then some people would say, yeah, but I'm an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. How am I supposed to?
Introverts can spread joy. It's not an introvert extrovert thing.
Is it not?
It's a decision. Because introverts, I mean, I know introverts who spread joy, just because when you talk to them, they're actually positive.
What, they're actually positive?
I know bitter introverts. I know introverts who are really bitter, and when you around them, you're just like, ugh.
Don't talk to them.
You really sucked all the light out of the room. Thank you. So I think that it's a decision. Like, you can choose how you want to make that sort of impact at work. You could either be part of the positiveness or you're part of the negativeness. You're not neutral.
No. Like, I mean, at my work right now, it's really stressful and it's a really bad situation and a lot of things that don't go well and people are really overworked. But the funny thing is that people are still like, it's a good attitude. And that's a weird thing, because usually when the beep hits the fan, people are not at their best.
No.
People are usually not at their best. No. But we still laugh. And I mean, yesterday evening, I worked with a bunch of people who are just crazy. Like, crazy as we are. Maybe a bit more.
Wow.
So
I need to go to your job.
I mean, and then we talk, obviously, and one of the ladies who are like around 60, she was also a widow, and I didn't know that. And she told me about her sons, and we talked, and I shared with her like all the programs on SVT Play I'm watching, and then she wants to watch them too, and things like that. And one of the other ladies, she, like, one of the guy, there was only one guy, and I started with him, and we are both really insensitive when we talk to each other, you know, really insensitive. Like, he said, like, he would never dare to talk to anyone else at his work, at our work, like that, because he know that people will be really upset. And he's a really sensitive guy, because when he had some kind of misunderstanding with someone, he thinks about it a lot. Like, he can't sleep the whole night. And I'm like, dude.
Get over it.
Yeah, get over it. But with me, we just say bad things to each other. But he was, I told you before that apparently we said something and there was some, not conflict, just like a situation. And then he was like, yeah, Lynn did this. This is why you will keep running around looking for a thing. Because Lynn did this and this. And I'm like, I didn't. Like, she didn't look at it. And then she's like, let me take out my earrings. Let me take out, like, and none of them are black. Like, they're either from the Middle East or Swedish. None of them are black. So we were laughing so hard.
You see how inappropriate Lynn is at her job. I would never do anything like that, you know.
But I mean, imagine we are people between like 30 and 60.
Wow.
And
what a dynamic.
Yeah. Wow. We can talk to each other like in a crazy way and just laugh.
Yeah, I don't think we could do that at my job.
No, but you are more like, we are not. The thing is, we are not working with customers. We are not working with
that's true.
anyone vulnerable. We are just working with like people who are working.
Yeah, we have to be careful what we say because
you can hurt someone.
Yeah, really badly. Unfortunately, no. But
so I think that's also a testimony, though, because we are both Christians.
Yes.
That people, I mean, at your work, obviously, people know that you are Christian. Hopefully,
I work in the church, and people are always asking me, Are you a Christian? I'm like, well, you know, I mean, I got the collar on and everything, but there's a possibility that I'm a Satanist. You know, this is my sheep's clothing over my wolfness, though.
And I'm really open with me going to church and being a Christian, and people know that. And sometimes I get the weird questions about Christianity or whatever, and I'm like,
I get those every week.
Yeah, but my work is a secular work. It has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah, but mine comes from people who work in the church. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, I think it's really important for everyone who calls themselves Christian to have some kind of impact on your work. I mean, you don't want to be the crazy one who runs around like, you all go to heaven or you all go to hell.
Probably the latter. By running around like, you know, before we eat, I just want to say something to everyone. You're going to hell! now.
But I think people
Like,
should.
okay.
I think people should make an impact more than just doing the
Yeah.
bare minimum. Like,
Yeah, of
just,
course.
just people know. Oh yeah, he's a good worker. Yeah, she's doing what she's supposed to.
But Lynn,
That's not enough.
have you gotten 5 stars yet? Do you think you should say that without 5 stars? Come
I
on.
would get 4 stars on the value scale. Like
Yeah.
we have these values in our company, and then you're supposed to live up to those values.
Okay.
Like, I think openness, working in teams,
Yeah.
and something blah blah.
I would get 5. I wouldn't rest
Okay.
until I got 5. I'm sorry, Lynn. I just have to tell you.
The baby kicked me real hard because
the
he
baby's
knew
going-
he knew you were lying.
Now the baby's going like, Mom, it's time to get work. So trying to give you a kick in the butt, you know. So, we can't reach your butt, so he's like, just the side of the stomach. The rib cage is fine.
Gosh. That kid. I think this one is going to be worse than Nomi and they tied together.
Wow. Oh, wow. I don't know about playing with that one. Have you guys decided on a name yet?
No, stop asking. Go ask Jonas. He said
Aurelia?
Eli.
Aha. But that's a normal name.
That's a normal name.
No, Eunice didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, because he
did.
He looks in the Bible for the weirdest name he can find, you know.
Eli. He said maybe Eli.
Man, Eli is good. Okay.
But I think it's weird. It's Itai and Eli. It's like, ugh.
I guess he could have named him No Tie. That would be like Numi and a tie.
No, poor kitty. That's a bad parent
Or
move.
Tied Up.
Ty the second. Ty Junior.
I would just call him Bow Tie then.
Oh, my poor children. Ah, it's fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get beat up by Mama Bear soon. All right. Well, congratulations on being appreciated at your job.
Congratulations for you finding a job that actually appreciates you.
I know, because
and
this
you
would never
like
happen.
to go to work.
This would never happen at our church, though. I was like, Ed. I'm like, oh, here it comes again. Just complain about me all the time. But if you have a story that you want to share with us about how you're making an impact at your job,
yeah.
why don't you come share with us?
Or school or whatever
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have to be
context
work,
you
yeah.
are in.
Yeah, it could be like, maybe you're a hobo. You're listening to this. And so among the hobos, you're making an impact among the hobos. We just like to know, So let us know.
Wow.
We don't have any special situation that, that we're only looking for. We'll take all stories. But thanks everyone for listening. We're about to approach number 100. Mm-hmm. And so the 100th episode, why don't you write to us and give us something
crazy.
really, really like
Juicy.
big.
That we haven't talked about.
It's going to be something, when we sink our teeth in there, it's just going to run all down the sides of our mouth.
Oh, so, yeah.
Because
Visual.
you said juicy.
Yeah, but
We want juicy. We want something that's...
steak bloody.
Yeah. Wait. Steak bloody. If you saw what Lynn did with her hand, it's just like she jumps over like a claw. Steak bloody. I'm like, what's that, like half vampire or something? I don't. Sometimes I just don't know you, woman.
It's not me, it's the baby.
It's Mama Brain. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Continue to write. Continue to support us.
Yes.
Tell your friends, your family,
Laugh with
anyone. If you're a teacher at school, make your students listen to this. It's really good for their understanding of English.
Of the world.
Of the world around them, just how jacked up the world is. No, but
We're part of that.
exactly. We're just trying to do our part. But thanks for listening to us, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or ideas, please send us a message to fikaforlife@mail.com. Fika, F-I-K-A. This was the Fika for Life podcast with Lin Nguyen and Edward Thomas, and we hope to hear you again.